Hi, my friends. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you're all doing well. Today is February 3rd, which means we are officially 2 weeks out from closing on the sale of our home, and I absolutely cannot believe it. I have very briefly spoken about moving and selling our house and all the things over here just because I am such a is it superstitious? I don't want to say I'm superstitious, but I have kind of felt like, oh, I don't want to jinx it, so let me just keep it all close to the chest. At the same time, I really wanted to share, so I don't know. Here we are. Like I said, 2 weeks out from closing, and I have not packed a single thing. Hear me out. So back when we first listed our house in September, we did a huge yard sale so that we could get rid of any clutter and things that we don't really need so that we could get pictures taken for the listing. And at that yard sale, we pretty much got wiped out, and it was great. So now I just have leftover things or things that I've maybe acquired since September that I'm honestly just going to be taking with me. So I have my closets that I need to go through. I need to go through my books to see if there's any that I need to get rid of. I'll go through my kitchen cabinets, although pretty much everything in there we use and we'll be keeping. I think we'll be fine. This week's plan is Thursday, they're coming to do the appraisal. And basically how that works is someone's going to come in and survey the home and look at the home and tell the buyer's lender whether or not it is actually worth the price that they are paying for the home. So as long as all of that goes well, we're pretty much smooth sailing through to the 17th, which is closing day. I can't believe it. It just feels so surreal. The house has only been on the market for less than 5 months before we got a contract, but this has probably been some of the 5 longest months of our lives. More to come on that later, but mostly it has just been exhausting keeping the house clean, having to leave at random times so that people come see the house, always just hoping that this person that walks through the door is going to be the one who wants to buy it, and then being let down and just continuing that cycle again and again and again. I think since September, only 1 week maybe went by where we didn't have any showings. So it's just been a lot, but I am so grateful that we have made it to where we are now. This week's plan is to have the appraisal done Thursday and then got the permit to do a yard sale for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hopefully we'll only need 1 or 2 days because as I've mentioned before, we don't have that much stuff. And then from there, we will spend the whole week before closing day packing. I think we can manage to get it done. Literally the night before closing day, we are gonna load up the truck, we'll go sign the papers, and then go straight to the apartment that we're gonna be moving into. So things are happening fast, and it feels like it's been a long time coming, even though, like I said, it's been 5 months that the house has been on the market. And I guess I could also say a long time coming just because we have wanted to leave this town for so long. I'll get more into that at a later date, but just wanted to pick up the camera and do a quick update for now. I'm feeling a little bit jumbled and overwhelmed. I feel like I have so much stuff to do that I'm kind of avoidant, but I'm also kind of like, well, you need to get this shit done, but I'm also kind of like, no, you have time. You don't have that much stuff. It'll be fine. So it's time to get started on this whole process for real, and I'm gonna take you along with me. Here's my dilemma that I'm having right now. The appraisal lady still has to come tomorrow and the house needs to be clean and staged, and I am kind of making a mess. I mean, not really, everything is just kind of sitting here and I plan to just like put it back in the closet, but it's kind of making me feel distracted because I feel like I can't do everything that I want to do. Right now, I'm gonna go back through this stack that you see here because I was kind of having like that inner battle of, am I gonna actually wear this, or am I just like saying the whole, I can save it and wear it for this occasion? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it just gonna sit and collect dust in my closet, or am I actually gonna wear it? So I'm gonna go through this pile again. Then from there, I'm going to put all of the clothes / shoes that I'm getting rid of in this closet in this bedroom. Everything else that I'm keeping that's doesn't fit in my current closet will go in the other guest bedroom, and then I'll go from there. Because the plan was for this room to just be like the yard sale room, because as you can see, it's completely fucking empty. I won't be moving anything in here that can't fit in the closet until after she's done with the appraisal tomorrow. That's the plan. Let's continue getting shit done around here. We are pawning off a lot of our furniture and stuff to our siblings and in-laws. And look, obviously that's messy, but it's already getting empty. This has turned into our yard sale room because pretty much everything you see here is going to be sold, with the exception of those curtains and that plant. So it is currently 9:45 p.m. We're planning to set up at 7 a.m. or so in the morning for the yard sale and just kind of see how it goes. Hopefully we'll only need Friday and Saturday at the most, but I did go ahead and do the permit for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we'll just see. I made a post on Facebook with like some of our bigger stuff, like the couches. We had like a washer and dryer, a mower, and things like that. And a couple of things were already claimed, so now we are going to get a yard sale sign to put at the corner of our neighborhood because we're last minute like that. So it is officially almost midnight and we got everything priced. This is what the room's looking like. I've got these racks that my coworker's mother-in-law let me borrow for the clothes. We've got this bed frame that's going to be going out there. Here is the remainder of everything else that will be going out there. So I'll see y'all in the morning. Today is the day. It is currently 7:03 a.m. and we're about to start setting this bitch up. I hope some people show up today. We've never done a yard sale on a Friday. Last time we did it on Saturday and it was very busy, so I'm sure we'll still have to set up tomorrow just because that's when most people go to yard sales, but we shall see. It's really hard to record when people are just pulling up on you. I got a little bit irritated because we didn't set up as early as we did at our one back in September, and so we were bringing stuff out here and people were already pulling up and trying to buy shit, which was a good and a bad thing, but I like to be prepared for things, and we kind of weren't this morning because, like I said, we waited a little bit longer to set up. Anyways, we already had like 2 big rushes and have sold a lot of stuff. It looks like we might have to go ahead and set up tomorrow, but I mean, it's only barely 9 o'clock, so I think we have a little bit more time today, and hopefully some people come by and get some more stuff. It has been such a long day, but also very exciting, and I feel like I'm so pumped up on adrenaline right now because our yard sale went amazing. We literally sold everything, furniture included, except for 2 bags of clothes and like 1 like medium-sized box of like random knickknacks and stuff that we just ended up donating. This is huge, and like I said earlier, I had gotten the permit for all 3 days, but we're not setting up tomorrow because we don't have shit left. That's really fucking exciting. I don't know, I'm just feeling good and just feeling hopeful and just excited. Excited. We're officially 10 days away from signing the papers to close on the sale. I do feel a little bad for Tucker because we've obviously been moving things around and he does not like all the noises. So he's just been like hiding in our bedroom and I just am like, I'm sorry, we're almost done. I think now I'm gonna try to take it easy, but also just kind of be proactive and start slowly packing so that way we'll just be able to load up the truck the night before it's time to move out. So I'm just feeling so grateful and excited and hopeful.
Do you have more books? Where? Do you have more?
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
238.
Nice. Woo. Oh, plus there's one in my purse.
239.
Okay. This place is in utter chaos right now. I'm just, yeah, there's crap everywhere. Just everywhere. The only room that looks halfway decent is this room with my books and my DVDs. And then I've got some plushies here that are gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. My bedroom is a wreck. Waiting for Bad Bunny to come on. But my bedroom is a wreck. I kind of am like, I have these clothes set out right here because I wanted to try to get every outfit that I'm gonna wear for like the next 7 days laid out so that way I can pack everything else, because I think I may have underestimated how much crap I needed to get together. But I really think it's just the fact that it's not organized is what's really making me go a little bit crazy. So I'm just pulling everything out, figuring out what else needs to be donated or sold or thrown out so that way I can start actually packing the stuff that we don't use every day. One of our bedrooms is completely empty already, aside from all of these clothes, which can already be packed up. And I'm gonna do the trash bag hack where you just put it all in a trash bag and they all like sit together. And then that dog bed's gonna be thrown out, and then Garrett's PlayStation, a little guitar, and a mouse pad thing. This bedroom here, this is all crap I'm keeping. These pillows will be like for my couch or whatever. I think that box is empty, so I need to open it, see what's on there. And then this closet is empty. So things are getting really real over here, and I feel like there's so much to do, and I have a lot of things going on this week. I'm getting my nails done on Tuesday, I'm getting my hair done on Thursday, and then Saturday I have my sister-in-law's bridal shower. That day is also Valentine's Day, which is also mine and Garrett's 12-year dating anniversary. So we probably won't be doing anything for that except for finishing up packing, because literally the following Tuesday we will be getting the fuck out of here. So things are happening so fast, and it's like we want Tuesday, which is closing day, to be here already, but at the same time it's kind of like, well, we gotta get this shit going. So if you're still watching, thank you so much, because I know that this vlog is like chaotic as fuck. It's just a lot going on. I've been like stalling and wanting to vlog, but it's kind of hard to pick up the camera and set it up whenever you're trying to figure out what the fuck, where you even need to start. So yeah, just bear with me. And again, thank you for being here if you're still watching. I'll be back in a few with an update. Today's the day. The house is completely empty, so let's do an empty house walkthrough. My goodness, it feels like it has been ages since I have even touched my vlog camera. We have been all moved out and into our new apartment for like a month and a half now, almost. Definitely by the time you see this, it will have been like a month and a half, which is crazy. First of all, time has just flown by, and two, I feel like I haven't really slowed down since we moved. It has been such a fun and exciting and good transition overall, but I will say it has been an adjustment. And what I mostly mean by that is, now that we have moved, I have started to commute to work now. Where we used to live, my husband was the one that's doing the commute. And so where I was driving like 8 to 10 minutes to get to work, he was driving an hour. And then now he gets to drive 8 to 10 minutes to work. And then my commute on a bad day, I would say, is like 43 minutes, which honestly isn't that bad, especially because I am an audiobook girly and audiobooks really help the time go by fast. So with that being said though, I do work part-time and I'm used to having that extra almost 20 hours a week dedicated to doing things around the house and to like my hobbies and stuff. Well, now with my commute, I'm basically adding 10 hours onto my work week. And I also started going to the gym, which has also been so nice. It's just a lot. I have gotten way busier and I feel like I'm just now kind of starting to figure out my flow and stuff, which is why I'm finally picking up this camera, because I really want to wrap up this vlog, update you guys, and get back to my regularly, at least bi-monthly YouTube uploads, and also just regular scheduled content over on Instagram, because I've just missed community that I've built built and all of the things. So let's rewind and go back to some of the things that I kind of alluded to at the beginning of the video. I know I kept saying like more on that later, more on that later, as far as like the house and all of those things went. And it's really just because I didn't want to jinx anything. And the only reason I say that is because whenever we first listed our house, that was back in September of 2025, not even a month later, I think the beginning of October, maybe the end of September even, we had a super interested buyer. Whenever you sign a contract to buy a house, you have what they call an option period. Normally it's between like 3 and 7 days, and basically that is where the buyer gets to do all their inspections, get their funding in line, and pretty much they have that time to decide whether or not they want to actually go through and buy the house or if they want to back out. Well, we actually had a potential buyer and their option time was for, I think it was 4 days, maybe it was a full 7, I can't remember, but they ended up backing out. They did the inspection, they did all of these things. We offered them a lot of money off. When I tell you, me and Garrett were absolutely devastated, like it was just like a punch to the gut because we got our hopes up. We were like, no way, like we haven't even been listed a month, like this is crazy. And then they backed out. Ultimately, it was obviously for the best. The worst thing that could have happened was they did sign the contract and then they backed out a day before closing day. Like that would have been like even worse. It definitely all worked out how it should have, but that really made me want to keep things close to my chest afterward. Whenever we had a potential buyer with even an inkling of interest, we pretty much didn't tell anyone. And that's the reason why, because we just didn't want to jinx anything. I think, to be completely honest with you, in a way it was just embarrassing because we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get, these people are gonna buy our house, these people are gonna buy our house, and then it's like, actually no, they're not gonna buy our house. And then we go through the whole cycle of doing showings and people coming by, acting like they're interested, not being interested, and just honestly, buying a house for sure, I can only imagine, but selling your house is just an emotional roller coaster. And I'm so glad we made it through to the other side, because for a while there we were just like down in the dumps, like, oh my god, nobody's ever gonna buy the house, nobody wants this house, and blah 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 blah. Like I said, it all worked out how it was supposed to, but it was a very exhausting process. So now to talk about a couple of the reasons why we wanted to move in the first place. One of them is that we have just been wanting to get out of our hometown for years now. Not only is it like a small town and we pretty much know everybody there, like yes, it's growing, but it's still a small town at heart. So not only that, but we like to go out to eat at like fun restaurants that we don't have in town. Like we were always having to drive 30+ minutes really to do anything. That was just getting exhausting, especially because we want to start doing things during the week instead of just like living for the weekend. And when we want to go do something, the things that we like to do, at least, we would have to drive. And so now where we live, we have everything within like 5 to 30 minutes. The other reason that we wanted to move is because we were tired of fixing things. And when I say we, I mean my husband, because he is the one who pretty much fixed everything. I was just there for moral support, really. That and just the cost for repairing things was like kind of getting out of control, you know? And I think it just brought on a lot of anxiety for both of us. We were just done. And also we're young, like we just turned 25, and fuck it, you know? We really wanted to get out of there and be maintenance free. And so that's why we are in a apartment. Now, if something breaks or if there's an issue, we can just call up the maintenance guys and they'll come in and fix it. Literally, we already had something wrong with one of the pipes under the sink and we submitted a request and they came and fixed it the following Monday and it was perfect. You know what I mean? And that this kind of goes with the first one too, but we always knew that our hometown was not going to be where we wanted to live forever. So again, why not just get out while we could? We also don't know if the town that we live in now is where we want to live forever, but where we are is pretty central to the other places that we would potentially want to live. So that's really nice too. Another thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about the house, which I don't know if a lot of you know this, but whenever we bought it, basically completely like renovated, remodeled. I don't know what the exact word is because I think there's a difference between remodeled and renovated. The point is, we ripped it down to the studs and pretty much got everything brand new. That was such a fun, well, it was kind of stressful, not that we did it, like we did have a contractor, so that was good, but it was a good learning experience because we were only 20 at the time. So it was definitely a good learning experience. It was also nice to obviously just have basically a brand new fucking house. Crazy because in the like 3.5 years that we actually lived in the home, I still never finished decorating completely. That's another thing I feel like a lot of people don't understand, is that it takes a long time to make a house a home, especially if you're someone who's as indecisive as me. But I did love what I ended up with. By the time we moved out, it was just such a cozy space. It was our space, and yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get a little rambly, but those were just some of the things that I wanted to touch on to kind of wrap up this vlog. I'll probably insert some little moments from our apartment. We actually moved from a 4-bedroom 2-bath house to a 1-bedroom 1-bath apartment, and so the size was obviously a big adjustment, but it's cozy. I would say that the only thing that I wish the space that we're in now has is a closet out on the balcony. That would have been like the last thing to put the cherry on top to make this space perfect for us. But overall, we really love it here. Yeah, I think that's really it. I feel like it's time to wrap up the chapter of my life that was being a homeowner, and I appreciate you all for coming along with me as far as the moving process and things go. As I mentioned before, I feel like I'm finally starting to get back into the groove of things, so I'm hoping that I can do some bi-monthly uploads just with regular lifestyle content, vlogs, bookish things. Also have 2 different trips planned this year, and definitely plan to vlog those, so that should be fun. I am just happy and excited for this new chapter in our lives, and I'm excited to take you along with me. If you have made it to the end of this video, I want to give you the biggest hug. I really appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you, bye!